everybody, and welcome back as always. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us this evening. Tuesday, the 29th day of October, has been a little grayer than what we had hopes for. Clouds hanging tough, a little sunshine to go around at best, and showers rolling in. And I guess you could say it's all easing us into a weather pattern that we're not looking forward to, one that, albeit still 48 hours or a little less than that out to pinpoint as the severity and timing of which, but certainly looks to wreak quite a bit of havoc, possibly right around trick-or-treat time and for Halloween for a whole lot of folks in a whole lot of communities. Tell you what I know at this hour, with hopes that there's still a chance it might shift one way or the other to the tune of a couple of hours. That might make a significant difference. We'll tell you what we know in just a few moments. A couple of serious auto accidents since I saw you last, and a year to date since Superstorm Sandy tore through parts of the United States, leaving behind nearly 160 fatalities, more than $50 billion in damages, and how, again, this year it's going to have an effect here in our area right around the holidays. And Sayersville Mayor Pete Shepard will be our top story beginning right now. He spoke to us earlier today in the following interview, updating us on a few city projects that are ongoing, also making some other announcements. One, that the impending second increase to your water bills is approaching. Of course, in an effort to raise funds, the Sayersville City Council and Mayor were forced to increase water bills at a staggered rate over the course of 2 years. The first, then a year later, and then the year following, in an effort to keep the lights on, as the power company was literally ready to cut the power to the Sayersville Waterworks over an outstanding bill of nearly $90,000. The Waterworks then nearly $200,000 in the red. And he's also asking for a little public input, he says, for a solution to the problem they're facing with the sewage grinders at many Sayersville and county, mind you, residences and businesses here in the city. He says they have been failing well before the manufacturer warranty is up. That's been a situation in which they have been repaired. However, the warranty is out now on most all of these units, well out, and it's $1,200 to have them sent to the company each time, and they're failing at a pretty significant rate. Most recently, he says the city has acquired the training and the tools to fix them in-house. It still costs about $700 to $800 at that point, and it's a cost that they cannot continue to incur, and he has at least so far a tentative solution that he's asking for your input on.
I guess it's been done in many years with city money. We've got over 12 projects in going on right now. We just got completed in front of the community center. Since the county was gracious enough to do Oxford Branch and Cole Branch for us, and the community center being on county property, we went ahead and done the community center for them. We're going to do the sidewalks in front of the community center. We've got sidewalk repair going on all over the city, and even new sidewalks being laid. And with the blacktop and the concrete being laid, I guess it's the first time that I can remember in a long time that we made some improvements on the streets of Sayersville. Cleaning up, we're going to clean up some more riverbanks. Hopefully this fall with some money. We got behind in town here behind Tommy Bailey's. We're going to clean that section of creek up. Got the Christmas parade coming, which is a big thing. December 7th, when everybody will be ready, we're asking for volunteers. We're going to try to dearly decorate the park up, decorate the city up. We've got a little extra money. We're asking for donations. Anybody would like to donate for toys and for the street decorations. You know, it takes a lot of money and a lot of effort and a lot of people to put something like this on, and we've got a lot of good volunteers. We need more. But with the park, we really want to make it something proud of, like Paintsville and Prestonburg does with their parks. We're going to try to get it right this year. Then with got some other things. I got them wrote down. I can't remember. We are under budget this year at the city. We spent just a little bit more than we've taken in, but now we're back on track to come out probably over budget. Hopefully, under budget the rest of the year. Got the new playground equipment's all in now. All we like is putting the rubber around it, and the playground will be shut down probably for another week, and then it'll be back up here in the park. Got that done. Do want to say something about the waterworks. The waterworks, hopefully y'all notice, the water is the best I think it's ever been. All the renovations are complete on it, but as you know, last year we decided we was going to have to raise water rates 10% over the next 3 years, and that's going to be coming up in January, another 10% raise, which is about $1 or $2 on your bill. We hope everybody, know that. But one other thing is our sewer plant now is our next priority, and it's in bad shape. And we're trying to get money to fix it, but one of our biggest problems is it takes more money to run the sewer plant than we take in. And we've got a plan, in fact, where everybody's going to have one of the grinder pumps. It's probably, we're going to have to start charging some type of insurance as you know, nobody gets a lifetime guarantee on anything, and these grinder pumps are tearing up and costing the waterworks probably $3,500 a month in repairs. So we're going to ask the citizens, and we're running by y'all first. We don't want to bring nothing out, and y'all can voice your opinion. But everybody that has a grinder pump, we hopefully after the first year, we'll be adding a $5 fee for insurance. And that way, if it tears up, we'll come in and fix it, no charge. But if you don't have the insurance, you'll be fixing it yourself. And that's if you're in the neighborhood of $700, $800 when they go down. But we do it in-house, and we're asking for that, hopefully the public will help us with that. And that should, hopefully, we'll have the water plant and the sewer plant out of debt. I mean, that's what I'm reaching for by the time the next election comes up. But other than that, I did want to say something about our big Halloween party at the health department on Thursday. I want to invite all the kids under 10 to come and go through our haunted house from 9 to 3. Anybody that wants to come, adults are welcome to. We got it really fixed up nice. We're all going to be dressed up, even me. We're going to be dressed up in costumes. Have a big time. We've done it last year. It was a big success. We have over 500 kids last year. We're expecting about 700 this year. So come up and go through the health department, go through our haunted house, and have a big time. One other note, 2 confirmed cases of flu in the state of Kentucky now, so it's coming this way. They're all in the western part, Henderson and Louisville. It is coming this way. If you haven't got your flu shot, get it. It's coming this way, and we want to be prepared. And the best way to be prepared is have your vaccinations. So come to the health department or anywhere else, get your vaccinations, be ready for flu season.
As far as trick or treat is concerned, we also spoke about that post-interview, and he says that he has given it great consideration, however, with football games, dances, and everything else on the calendar for every night this week and the weekend. He says there were just no other time to even try to attempt to reschedule trick or treat. He realizes the impending weather is not going to be favorable, but says there was just nothing left to do as far as the calendar is concerned. But he asks that everyone make sure to heed any weather warnings and make sure everyone has a safe, albeit maybe it's not of a happy Halloween. But who knows? The weather might give us a bit of a break. Share with you the chances on that after we cover some other top stories in just a minute. From time and money saving services like their overdraft protection, telephone and online banking services, to finding the right home, college, or car loan, to personalized checking and savings accounts designed around your exact needs, Sagersville National Bank is still your best choice and the same locally owned and operated bank that's been looking out for your family's financial health since 1902. Sagersville National, restoring the piggy bank population one savings at a time. It's so new it doesn't even have a name, but it does have an amazing taste all its own. 4 pancakes, butter, syrup, plus your choice of any of our dozens of DQ toppings with a little whipped cream on top, and of course some of our world-famous DQ soft serve. And you can add bacon, sausage, or even a little country ham for a full-blown breakfast treat. So sink your taste buds into a quarter or even half-pound grill burger fixed exactly like you like it. And you want to know the best part? James says you can have either one for breakfast as early as you want, but only at your Sagersville DQ.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland. I'm an attorney in Sagersville, Kentucky. I'm here to serve you and meet your legal needs. If your family or loved ones get in trouble, or if trouble comes to your door, then it's always good to have a friendly face that you can call on. So please, give me a call. I've been here my entire life. I was born here. I was raised here. I grew up here. I have a family here. I've been practicing law here in Sagersville since 1994. So when you have times of trouble and times of pain, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne. 349-9000.
Howdy, Hatfield. I reckon I'll take my pig back.
Ain't your pig.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, and I can prove it. Ma, I just sent a picture of our missing pig. Tell everybody it's time to start feuding.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I guess ain't gonna be no feud. Real nice picture, though.
We'll put it on Instagram.
Appalachian Wireless is 4G. Great pictures, video, text, and talk. Bigger savings, better service. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
170s, 500, 570, 800, 900s, 2 seats, 4 seats, Razors, Rangers, and XPs in the hottest colors with the coolest accessories with the best financing available and rebates up to $1,000 at Connelly's, Kawasaki, and Polaris of Paintsville. Thousands upon thousands, literally that many, of Superstorm Sandy victims are still fighting with insurance companies, still flogging through red tape, and still awaiting government aid. Many still aren't home, and many homes are just vacant lots at this time, now a year since the storm claimed nearly 160 lives and left behind a conservative $50 billion in damages. These images are taken in pairs, the first of each two, the before, taken on October the 31st of last year, 2 days after Superstorm Sandy came ashore 1 year ago today. The second are pictures taken in the past few days showing an aftershot, and many will originally show a home completely destroyed or damaged, and the second is nothing more than a vacant lot, but you'll notice as they progress. But today, a year later, the state of rebuilding in the region varies. In some hard-hit neighborhoods, there are empty lots where homes once stood. Storm-wrecked residences stand vacant with for sale signs outside. Some families are still trying to go ahead with what they say is a painfully slow, costly construction process. Some still living in their partially repaired homes. Others just don't have the resources to rebuild, including those that are still fighting with insurance companies today, waiting for government aid that they still haven't gotten, and still having to live with neighbors or in temporary apartments or accommodations. And many, according to reports, equate getting a permit just to rebuild and dealing with the insurance companies in this area to being 10 times worse than watching their homes destroyed in the first place. And while we here in this area have a better understanding as of March the 2nd, date that we will all know, of course, forever, for generations, of just how long that rebuilding process must take, they lost nearly 160 lives, while we lost less than 12 here in the viewing area after a tornado. They had more than $50 billion in damage. The scale, of course, is beyond scope and comparison, but nevertheless, the rebuilding process is something that a lot of folks have a tragically much better understanding of, and it's still going very, very slow. And it's still going to have an effect again this year, is the whole basis for this report, on the holidays right around here in the viewing area. I'd hoped to speak with Abbott Giles today, but he was on a donation drive and he was out of his home state of New Jersey, and they will not be coming to Sayersville, McGoffin County in eastern Kentucky again this year. Of course, they missed last year because it was right after Superstorm Sandy, and of course a great need which they still have today. For 32 years, the Del Barton School and a whole lot of support have been coming to spread a little holiday cheer here in eastern Kentucky with gifts and goods and all sorts of things. And as of last year, after the Superstorms Sandy, and then of course this year, as they are still battling, recovering, trying to rebuild, and they are needed at home, well, they're not going to be coming back to eastern Kentucky. It's not to say that they'll never return. They'll assess it and look at it again next year, but right now the need is too great, and they are going to be staying at home because of the astronomical need that they have there. We still hope to maybe hear from Abbott Giles at some point, but his representative of Del Barton local, Vicki Doucette, forwarded me information earlier today, said that as painful as they hated to make the call, they just knew that they could not make it back to eastern Kentucky for the holidays this year. So the big rider trucks and all those vehicles and the Santa hats won't be seen again this year, and they will be greatly missed after being here in our area and calling this a second home for 32 years. But I think it's with a great deal of understanding that we can see where their heart is. More top stories to come, including 2 serious auto accidents. But now it's tonight's community calendar, brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. Starting with a very special birthday wish. It says happy 10th birthday today to Jasmine Slusher. With a great deal of love and best wishes, happy birthday to Jasmine Slusher tonight on her 10th birthday. With a lot of love from Mom, Dad, Tyler, and Savannah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
A reminder that the McGoffin County senior citizens of McGoffin County are going to have a food booth down at the Christmas in November event down at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center, and you can donate some baked goods for them to sell, and all the proceeds they raise will go to support the annual Christmas dinner they do for the seniors, so please help them if you can. And also they wanted, oh, that was today, so I can skip that announcement. I can also just remind you, though, real quickly, while I'm on the subject, that the Christmas in November event is this Friday and Saturday. It'll start 10 o'clock Friday and go to 8 o'clock, and then from 9 to 5 on Saturday. And as always, a huge selection of primitive and country and home decor, candles, quilts, Christmas decor, Longaberger, jewelry, handmade items, wood crafts, paintings by local artists, sweet treats, and food items, and so much more. So stop in. You'll find something for yourself, and who knows, might even be able to cross someone off your Christmas list. Yeah, folks, it's time to start shopping. Okay, here's what we have for Halloween, though. A little more short-term or near-term. It's a safe trick-or-treat put together by our friends at the Burning Fork Community Church. So, while you're out and about, maybe in some unfriendly weather conditions, stop by. They're having a safe trick-or-treat at the Burning Fork Community Church during trick-or-treat, 6 to 8, this Thursday. You don't want to miss the fun. Everyone is invited. The Burning Fork Community Church is just behind the BP there on 114. Can't miss them, and you can't deny that they'll have a wonderful time. And you can also stop by the McGoffin County Recycling Center. They're having open house. They're giving out, oh, wait a minute. First off, this is the one in front of me. The health department is having their haunted house and open house and treats for the kids 9 to 3 Thursday. This should be well ahead of any inclement weather, at least we hope. And as Mayor Pete Shepard mentioned earlier in the interview, you're invited. This is going to be a fun event for everyone. They're going to have costumes. They help you wear yours. And trust me, they've got it decked out just to the nines with Halloween and holiday decor, if you want to say it. But nevertheless, their haunted house is really hard to beat, and it's inside and out of the rain, should there be any. And trick-or-treat at the recycling center. They're also going to be open during trick-or-treat Thursday from 6 to 8. And it's an open house. You can come in and take a little tour. It's really neat. And they'll also be giving out recycling bags and treats for the kids. They're located between my studio here and the post office on East Maple. You turn in back street there, and it's on the right, the Old County Garage building. Hard to miss. And I was told today that the Masonic Haunted Trail has been frightening people, hundreds at a time. They're having so many come, not at one time, but on each night. And it's going to continue this Friday and Saturday. Now, the original plan was to have it this Thursday on Halloween, and that would be it. But, well, they've got so much going on. They've got to have the manpower that's only available on weekends to run it. It's a great time. I have not been. I've talked to several people who have. I'll try to make it this weekend. You need to take it in for yourself. I'm told you will not regret it. It's on New 460 there on Upper Mash Fork Road. You can't miss the big state electronic signs that are there and flashing. Friday and Saturday, the last nights available. And anytime you've got an announcement just like these, send them to me. I'll let everyone know what you or your organization has planned, and I'll do it for free. Turning to funeral service announcements for this Tuesday the 29th. They're brought to you by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and begin with services to be held this week in honor of Billy Archer, Walter Billy Archer of Licking River Road, Southeast Licking River Road in Sayersville. He passed away on Sunday, the son of Bessie Lovely Archer and the late Walter Archer, and besides his mother, he's survived by daughter Allie Perkins and sisters Donna Stevens, Teresa Bailey, and Deborah Howard. Visitation is continuing this evening and until services, which start tomorrow morning in his honor, all from the Sayersville Funeral Home. An 85-year-old Anna Conley Prater of Mash Fork Road passed away on Sunday. She's survived by her husband, Lacey Prater, and besides her husband, she's also survived by a daughter, Diane Rudd. Visitation is ongoing this evening, all day tomorrow, and until services, which start on her behalf Thursday afternoon at 1, all of which from the McGoffin County Funeral Home Chapel. Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new McGoffin Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400. Regardless of the project, big or small, inside or out, Bailey's Carpet has your next job covered with service after the sale on Husqvarna and Red Max power tools and equipment. You covered with great deals on boots and clothing by Georgia, Red Wing, and Carhartt, and your floors covered with premium materials at low prices from Bruce, Armstrong, and more at Bailey's Carpet and Hardware in Sayersville.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Whether you want to be feared or favored, funny or frightful this Halloween, Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop has everything you'll ever need for the mood or effect you desire. And while we never know just how colorful our natural landscape will be in autumn, we are for always certain the season is vibrant inside the region's largest selection of fall and home decor. So come and see what surprises and delights await you at Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. Come on in, because the doors are open, the lights are on, and the shelves are being stocked every day with all those famous name brands you've come to love at Red's Boot Barn at their brand spanking new location in Sagersville on Route 114. That's right, already in sizes and styles by Wrangler, Carhartt, Ariat, and more. And new merchandise coming in every single day. Always the big names, always the big deals, always at Red's Boot Barn in Sagersville. Two serious auto accidents since I saw you last, both today. One very early this morning, a man taken to an area hospital and then transported to another facility for the severity of his injuries. Then later this afternoon, right around the 3 o'clock time frame, probably closer to 3:30 or 4, another individual was airlifted to a trauma center after he was involved in a single vehicle auto accident on Route 7. Couple of still shots here from a single vehicle auto accident early this morning, sometime around 6 o'clock or so, on 460 West out of Sagersville near the Morgan County line. Roads were still a little bit damp. The driver, an Ellis Ray Ingram, lost control of his pickup truck. It went into a spin, if you will, or a slide. I don't believe the vehicle ever actually overturned, but it first struck one tree, and then while spinning sideways, and then it collided with another tree. And in between all of that, he was ejected out the rear window of the pickup truck. The seatbelt was still latched inside the cab on the driver's side. We're uncertain as to whether or not he was wearing it, if there was a malfunction or what at this time, but it was noted by emergency personnel that it was still latched at the time. Regardless, he was ejected through that back window, as I said, and was found lying by rescue personnel upon their arrival under the bumper of the vehicle and fender area, and was taken by ambulance to the ARH hospital in West Liberty. From there, he was ultimately transported to UK for the severity of his injuries. We don't have an update on him at this hour, but we do know that he was seriously injured in a single vehicle auto accident early this morning. And then another single vehicle accident involving a pickup truck just this afternoon, right around 3:30 or so. 70-year-old Richard Williams of McGoffin County was traveling on Route 7 in the direction of Sagersville. It's believed at this time, even though he was conscious and alert after the accident, that per his statement that he may have blacked out or lost consciousness briefly related to some other prior medical condition. His vehicle crossed the roadway, went off the roadway, and then struck a culvert or driveway embankment, if you will, and then crossed that driveway and then came to a rest, as you see here. While alert and conscious at some point thereafter, I'm told by rescue and emergency personnel that he suffered facial and possibly some internal injuries as well that would only complicate his existing prior medical conditions. As a result, HealthNet 7 was called. A landing zone was established at the mouth of Lakeville on Route 7, and he was live flighted to the Cabell Huntington University. No update on his Cabell Huntington Hospital, obviously. No update on his condition at this hour. His was the only vehicle involved, and no passengers were in that vehicle with him. Well, due to a little glitch here this afternoon, and the fact that I had to rush out to cover one of those auto accidents this afternoon, and the fact that I'm all home alone here in the newsroom, I'm going to forego a reminder and more of an in-depth story in regards to the silent auction coming up this Friday at the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. So look for that tomorrow. But I want to strongly encourage everyone to kind of stop by there and check it out, because it's a big fundraiser, and silent auctions are always fun. Auctions are always fun, but silent ones are really cool too. So I got to wrap it up with your weather forecast brought to you by Licking Valley RECC. And still, I'm just not liking it, and I'm seeing less hope of a favorable forecast for trick-or-treat by the hour. But, like I said, it could slow or speed up to the tune of a couple of hours, and it could make a significant difference. But right now, it looks as though the showers and storms are going to be here just about the same time it's going to start. But we'll get to that in brief detail tonight, a little bit in a moment, and then more details certainly tomorrow. But as far as your high and low, 52 was our low this morning, mild when we woke up. We didn't dip down very cold last night. We saw 67 for the daytime high. Similar conditions tonight, 53 degrees, cloudy skies, and right now showers, possibly a thunderstorm after 4 a.m. We'll see some rain eventually web its way into eastern Kentucky. Nothing heavy at this time, but only a prelude of things to come, I'm afraid. And tomorrow, look for more showers and thunderstorms. Likely, we'll see some showers possibly before 9 and then continuing a little bit thereafter. A light wind tomorrow, 3 to 5 miles per hour. Nothing in comparison to what we could see Thursday afternoon when by Thursday evening, we might see winds 11 to 16 miles per hour and those Halloween gusts upwards of 28 miles per hour at times. And Thursday's daytime high is still going to be warm, 69, 70 degrees. Don't be surprised, but a lot of wind in front of this cold front that's coming in and really going to leave us, I believe, with a big Halloween mess. I'm hopeful in 24 hours. I'm not hopeful. I'm hoping in 24 hours we'll have a better weather update for you. But right now, it's not looking very fun for all of our little trickers and treaters. So be making some plans, alternate plans, or maybe sprucing up or a few costumes to make them a little more worthy of the weather. With that said, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Good night, everybody.